Hey everyone, welcome to Pink Tutu Tarot. We're looking today at you and what you need to love about yourself. Something you need to learn to love about yourself or recognize about yourself and love it. And why? Why you need to love that about yourself. What good is it? What benefit is it? So I've got 3 readings for you, 3 cards. Group 1, the card is number 32, Touch the Sky. I'll hold that there for a sec so you can get a good look at the picture. Touch the Sky. Group 2 is card number 15. It's Elixir of Life. Elixir of Life. And finally, group 3, your card is number 10, Flower Spirit. Flower Spirit. All right. All you have to do now is go down into the description box, click on the timestamp for the reading you want to watch, and it will take you straight there. Okay? Thanks, y'all. Hey, group 1. All right, today we're looking at what it is you need to learn how to love about yourself. There's something about yourself you don't love for some reason. And Spirit wants to come in and remind you this is something you should love, and they're going to tell you why. Okay? So hopefully you find this reading helpful. Your initial card is card number 32, Touch the Sky. Give me just 1 second. I just want to hear what they want to say about this card. They're talking, first of all, they're talking about how you're a little bit of a dreamer. And what I'm getting is that you are either told by other people or you're told kind of just by your own self that your dreams are unrealistic. That you're just like living this pie in the sky unreality and pinning your hopes on some distant future event that you believe is going to make your life better. That dreamer side of you is really, really important. It's something that a lot of adults learn to squash. You know, children have dreams all over the place. They dream about what they want to be when they grow up. They dream about being superheroes. They dream about having special powers. They believe in everything. And they dream about everything. And you still have a touch of that in you that a lot of adults no longer do. And Spirit's coming in to remind you how important and how special that quality is. And that your dreams are important. They also want you to love your dreams. They want to love the dreamer inside of you and to love your dreams. Because they are a big part of you. They're a big part of who you are. And while others may look at you and think, oh, what are they thinking? You know, when are they going to wake up? When are they going to grow up? When are they going to, come to reality? You haven't given up that quality yet. And Spirit doesn't want you to. There may be times when you wish you weren't such a dreamer, that you could be more conventional, could be more normal, and that's in air quotes, normal, like other people, that you could just live your life the way other people do, and then it wouldn't be so obvious to others that you're different. But you are different. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And it's a good thing. So don't give up on that special quality. And don't give up on your dreams either. Spirit's saying your dreams, our dreams, are what keep us moving forward. Without dreams for the future, without dreams for ourselves and our life, we end up living just mundane lives, same thing every day, in and out, nothing to look forward to, nothing to aspire to. Your dreams really inspire you and give you something to work toward. And your dreams are important. You wouldn't have them if they weren't worth pursuing, okay, in some way. All right, let's see what else Spirit wants to tell you. What you need to love about yourself and why. First card is the King of Pentacles. We have the Five of Cups. And the Three of Pentacles. Okay, give me just a second while I take these cards in and listen for some initial messages for you, and then we'll talk about what's going on here. So hold on one second, bear with me, y'all. They're telling me that your dreams are a part of you, and they are as real to you as career goals, as materialistic goals, as the real physical things that that people have in their lives. You and certainly others around you. They're as real to you as someone else who, wants to reach a certain level in their career, who wants to buy a home and get married, have kids. These are goals that we often see in people's lives. And I'm not saying you don't have those goals, but what they're giving me is your goals are a little bit loftier. They're a little bit, in the words of others, or maybe in your own mind, sometimes maybe a little bit more unrealistic. Unconventional really is the correct word, not unrealistic, because anything is realistic if you put in the time, the effort, you believe. You can make anything happen. It might not happen the way you expect it to, or the way you decide it will. Our dreams can come true in different forms than we realize or than we think they will, but they can come true. It does take work, it does take effort, and it does take belief. And Spirit's saying we love the way you dream and the way you imagine what you imagine for yourself in the future. Even though there's a part of you that's saying, why can't I just live a normal life? Or why don't I just want normal things like normal people? Why can't I, just want the same things as everyone else? Wouldn't my life be easier? There's part of you who really kind of criticizes yourself for not being more normal. But your spirit team, your spirit guides actually absolutely love that about you. They adore that part of you that isn't afraid to dream. So allow that to flourish in yourself as much as you can. Don't be afraid to reach for the sky and reach for the stars, All right, your first card is the King of Pentacles. Maybe 1 second while I listen to this. Spirits tell me that you are realistic, even though you can have dreams that are unconventional, and you may have aspirations that are unconventional. There is still a realistic side to you, and there's a stubbornness to you. There is this firmness in you that refuses to give up. Even though you don't know how your dreams will come true, even though you don't know exactly how your life will look in the future, because it isn't so typical. You can't look into the future and say, yeah, it's going to look like X, Y, Z, because that's what everybody's life looks like. First of all, everybody's life is actually different, even though from an outside point of view, we might not realize that. But your stubbornness, that willingness to believe, and that refusal to give up is a very, very important quality that you have in combination with this, unconventional, dreamy person that you are. These two qualities actually work very well together, because if you're all, if your head's in the sky and you are all dream, but no practical action, no reality, you could find it difficult to incorporate those dreams into your life and make them happen. But you do have both of these things. And your stubbornness is one of those qualities that is really helping you bring your dreams to earth, to manifestation, to reality. So love that about yourself too. Love that you are not someone who gives up very easily. You will go, 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 try, try, try. If something doesn't work, you look for another way. You tell yourself, okay, this didn't manifest the way I wanted. It'll work out another way. You have this trust and this belief, but also this stubbornness and refusal to not believe. It's really fantastic. It's really fantastic. And it is those two qualities together are, first of all, what makes you very special, but it also makes it so that these dreams are possible in the real world. So don't let go of that. It's a good quality. Your next card is the Five of Cups. One sec while I listen. They're telling me that you're not one to focus too much on your disappointments. Now, in some ways, disappointments may come and you don't always learn from them. But that's because you don't dwell on them. Yes, you could learn to learn from your disappointments a little bit more. You could take some experience from them and incorporate them into your life so that you grow from the experience. But Spirit's giving me that you do grow from disappointing experiences, just in a different way. You don't dwell on your mistakes. You don't dwell on the things that don't work. You understand, you have this knowing that if something doesn't work out, then it wasn't meant to. You don't push on a closed door. You may revisit a door later and allow it to reopen if it's then the right time and place, but you don't force situations that aren't working. You're very flexible and free flowing in that way, because you allow life to carry you forward without getting too mired in the disappointments. And Spirit's really wanting you to acknowledge that gift of not dwelling on your disappointments for too long. You may not even realize that that's a quality you have, because it's such a part of you. But Spirit's wanting to point that out and saying you should love this about yourself, because you don't let your disappointments derail you. You may let them help you redirect you, but they don't squash your hopes. They don't kill your dreams. They just help you look for a new door. And it's a really, really good quality to have. All right. Now, finally, we have the Three of Pentacles. Let's see what they want to say. They're talking about your ability to focus and work on something, sometimes to the exclusion of everything else. That's what I'm getting. There are times in your life, and it may not be all the time, but you do have this ability to hone in on something you need to do, or you need to learn, or you need to focus on, and to get very, very good at it. And you do, you get very good at things very quickly. You're a very quick learner. And you have this ability to just block out distractions and focus when you really need to. Doesn't happen all the time. But if you look back in time, look back at your life, you will recognize moments when everything seems to come together and you're laser focused on something, and you stay laser focused until you achieve what you want. And that's an ability you can tap into whenever you want to. Sometimes you wait for that to just happen. And sometimes it does just happen. But Spirit's wanting you to know you also have the ability to control that in some way. Meaning, if there's something you want very badly, you do have the ability to be laser focused on it and to work at it and achieve it without getting pulled away by distractions. You just have to tap into it. Just have to tap into it. So this is something you need to love about yourself and know about yourself, because again, it's another way that you make your dreams happen. Your dreams will just be dreams without the ability to convert them to reality. So this dreamy side of you is so beautiful and so wonderful and so magical. But when you add to that this unwillingness to give up, this ability to look past disappointments and recognize that sometimes we're being led in a slightly different direction to get what we want. And you do allow yourself to do that. And you have this ability to focus and to learn what you need to learn and to hone all of your skills and your thoughts and your abilities into something that you want, almost to the exclusion of everything else for a time, until you get what you're trying to accomplish. These skills are invaluable. You should love every single one of them. And most of all, love that you continue to dream. No matter what you've gone through in your life, no matter how old you are, no matter what obstacles you face or disappointments you've had, you never stop dreaming. And your spirit team is really saying, don't ever stop dreaming. It's who you are, and it's who you're meant to be. So keep dreaming, keep loving that side of you, as well as these other beautiful, beautiful aspects of yourself. All right, group one, thank you so much. I hope you found that helpful. If it was helpful, please give the video a thumbs up. It helps me know that we're connecting, our energies are connecting, which will help future readings resonate with you even more as well. It also helps the channel get out so that more people can find the readings and the messages they're meant to hear. So, it helps everybody, and I'm very grateful for that. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey, group two. All right, today we're looking at what you need to learn to love about yourself and why. Okay, so your initial message, or your initial card, is card number 15, Elixir of Life. Elixir of Life. Now, give me just one sec. I just want to hear what Spirit wants to tell you about this. Hold on. What they're giving me is that you have this ability. I'm going to give it to you the way they're giving it to me, but it may sound a little woo-woo for some of you, but they're saying you have this ability to reach into people's souls and understand what they're going through and help them. In real terms, it's this inner understanding. It really is. It's an empathy, but not just empathy. There's lots of people who are empathetic and can feel what other people are feeling or going through. You have this deep knowing, and it's because you've been through a lot of difficult times and dark times yourself, that you have a way of knowing when someone else is going through a difficult time, a dark time, They may not be speaking about something, but you have this knowing that they're going through something hard or they're dealing with something challenging. And you have this ability of helping them, of listening to them. You may find that people are drawn to you, even strangers sometimes come up to you and they just want to tell you their whole life story. They want to tell you what's going on with them. They want to tell you their problems. It's because they sense in you, whether they realize it or not, that number one, you will understand them, that you won't judge them, and that in some way you will energetically or with your words help them. And it's a really beautiful quality. And what I'm getting is that there may be people in your life, or it may be a part of yourself, that wonders if you're just a magnet for problem people. that that you just draw in people that are troubled, that have problems, that are maybe toxic, that have whatever what may look on the surface like negative qualities, because you're always drawing people towards you, and even relationships and friends. You're drawing people who just want, in some way, this is the truth, want to talk about themselves. And while that can be challenging, what Spirit wants you to know is that your ability to help people when they're going through difficult times is such a gift that they don't want you to ignore it or to put the onus of it on other people. That doesn't mean you have to make yourself available to everyone who's toxic or narcissistic or troubled. You don't have to do that. Of course not. You have to take care of yourself first. But they are wanting you to honor and love this side of you that is very healing, naturally healing to people who are especially troubled. And so it's not that you're, a magnet to energy vampires or to toxic people. It's that other people sense the light in you, sense the healer in you, and don't even know it most of the time, but they sense it in you, and their soul is reaching out to you. Their spirit is reaching out to you. Their higher self is reaching out to your higher self because you have the ability to help them and heal them. And it's such a beautiful quality. It's such a beautiful gift to have. Again, you don't want to let people abuse it. Take care of yourself first. But when you can recognize this quality and own it and love it and embrace it, you can use it purposefully and you can use it for good rather than, just allowing, these people and situations to come to you, because that can get overwhelming. That can get overwhelming, of course. Okay. All right, let's see. Yet they're giving me, you're like medicine to people's soul. You're medicine to people's soul. And so please love that about yourself, that ability you have. And then there is a message here about just learning to manage that so that you use it when it's appropriate. You put boundaries up when it's not appropriate or healthy for you. Okay. All right. Let's see what else they want to tell you. Your first card is the Nine of Pentacles reversed. We have the Knight of Wands. And finally, we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, Give me just a second while I take these cards in. I'm going to listen for some initial messages for you, and then we'll talk about what's going on here. Okay, so bear with me one sec, y'all, while I listen. The first thing they're telling me is that you can be a gift to so many people if you want to be. If you see this ability, if you see this part of yourself as a burden, as a negative thing, as a quality you wish you didn't have, the gift doesn't go away. This part of you doesn't go away, but it stops, it limits, forgive me, it limits the amount of help you can be to the world and to others. Whereas if you can embrace it and manage it, put up boundaries when you need to, but embrace this wonderful, wonderful quality in you and recognize it in yourself. There's so many people. They're showing me there's so many people you can help on a large scale if you wanted to. Yes, it can be one-on-one, just random people or people in your, your social group or your family, but you have the ability to help people on a large scale as well. Whether that be through, hosting seminars, counseling in some way, coaching in some way, putting on talks to help people through their difficult times. There's hosting groups where, you're able to facilitate healing with people. There's so many ways that you can help people. Writing, you could write a book, you could write articles. So just take some of these ideas and, if anything there resonates with you, hold on to it. If it doesn't, don't worry. They're just kind of throwing me ideas at all the ways you could help people on a large scale if you wanted to. But whether you want to help people on a large scale or you don't, they're really encouraging you to love this part of yourself because you were brought to this earth with that gift for a reason. And yes, it does require boundaries and limits so that you keep yourself in a healthy place, but you can really do a lot of good in this world, in your life. Okay. All right, so let's talk about the individual cards here. The first card we have is the Nine of Pentacles reversed. They're telling me that in some way you feed off of other people's energy. And I don't mean that in a negative sense, like an energy vampire. But other people's energy can lift you up or can pull you down. It's when you're by yourself, it's like your energy is very neutral, or you can be at the mercy of your thoughts sometimes. But it's when you are around others that you really blossom. You really blossom. And it's partly because you tap into their energy. And I don't have a better way of saying it other than you feed off of it. You're not taking from them, but you allow their energy to influence you in a positive way. Someone who's very happy could lift your spirits and bring you to a new place energetically. Someone who is down helps you recognize that they're going through something difficult, and then you're able to kind of reach around them energetically and help heal them in some way. And it's a beautiful gift that you have to be able to tap into other people's energies and work with them. There is a message here about learning how to do that, how to work with the energy rather than just having them kind of bombard you. So, there's, I'm sure, lots of videos on YouTube. I'm sure there's classes out there you can take on, managing, being an empath. They're giving me, you are an empath, but you are so much more than that as well. They're also giving me that you're very much a giver. You give of yourself, whether that's materially, whether it's giving of your time, giving of your experiences to help people, giving of your energy. That also is a wonderful quality you have. Another one that also needs to be managed. In other words, don't give so much of yourself that you don't keep anything for yourself. Just like don't Don't give of your energy without setting boundaries, some kind of boundaries. These are things you can learn. But what Spirit's encouraging you to do is to love these qualities about yourself so that you embrace them and you want to use them for good, to help others and to help yourself. All right, your next card is the Knight of Wands. They're telling me another good quality you have, which helps you in this area, is your ability to move on very quickly. So you could be with somebody who, is going through something really down, really tragic, really upsetting. You have a way of finding the right words or just offering up the right energy, being a good listener. You have a way of helping them through their challenges, but you don't take them with you. When you leave that person, you have the ability to just kind of erase that those darker energies, those harder, more difficult energies, and come back to yourself. You move on very quickly, which is so important if you want to do this work in any way, whether it's personally or professionally, as a healer, as someone who can help others, as a counselor some way. You can't take on people's problems and their hardships and expect to live a happy life. You can help them through it. You can take them on momentarily, but a beautiful gift that you have is your ability to erase them and move on when that time comes. So if you're worried about the fact that you do draw people, if that concerns you, that you do draw people with problems, recognize this ability that you have. Think about times when you have helped someone and you were there for them and you were 100% present with them. And then when that meeting was over and you went back home or whatever it may be, you just moved on with your day. You just moved on with your life. You didn't carry that around with you. Recognize that ability because you have it. And you can harness that. If you feel like there's times when you're not harnessing that enough, just tap into it because it's right there. You have that ability. And if you love this about yourself, I'm getting that there may be times when you think, why don't I feel worse for this person? I'm home, they gave me this sob story, they're going through a difficult breakup or a divorce or a death or something terrible, and I come home and I no longer feel bad. Like, what's wrong with me? Some of you may think that way sometimes and think that you should be more concerned all the time for these people. Spirit's saying, no, love this about you because it helps you be able to help more people and to help others while keeping your own energy to yourself. This ability to just kind of snap out of it and move on. It doesn't mean you don't care for that person or what they're going through, but you let go of their energy because what they're going through is something they have to go through. You don't. You can be there to help them, whether that's, physically, with your words, with your thoughts, with your energy. You can be there to help them. And then you have to let them move on and deal with their life themselves. Worrying about them in private doesn't help anybody, just hurts you. So the fact that you tend to not do that is actually a good thing. That Spirit wants you to recognize and acknowledge and embrace that and use it because it helps you. It really helps you. And if you're wanting to do some kind of healing work on a larger scale, this skill that you have is invaluable. It's almost vital in order to be able to do it on a big scale and for long term. Okay? All right. So your third card here is the Three of Pentacles. Just listen what they want to say. Hold on. They're telling me that you are not afraid. You're not, okay, first of all, you're not afraid to help people. You're not afraid to put yourself out there and offer up advice. share your experiences as a way of helping them understand that how you got through something, and help them to see things with a new perspective. You may even be, some of you I feel may already even be either studying to be a healer of some kind, or want to be, or are, and you're not afraid to admit it. You're open about helping others. That's just what they're giving me. You're very open about helping others. You don't shy away from it. You don't pretend you can't help someone when you can. It's like, you have this ability to give people advice that will help them see the world differently, help them see their problems differently. And you don't shy away from doing it. You're not silencing yourself in some way. And again, that's a beautiful quality for you to love about yourself, is that you don't shy away from what you're good at. Now, right now, you might be thinking, yeah, I'm good at it, but these people drain me. All anyone ever wants to talk about is their problems. I get it, right? There are ways to learn to manage what you do, to take these skills and have boundaries and use them to your benefit as well as to the benefit of others. It's important for you to learn how to manage all of this. It really is. And some of you, I feel, already do, but some of you, I am getting that you really start to get tired of, people only call you when they have a problem. When they talk to you, all they talk about is themselves. And it's because they need help. They need a listening ear. They need someone who can help them see things in a different way, whether they know that consciously or not. And they recognize in you that you are that person. And you don't shy away from that ability. All you need to do now is learn how to manage and set boundaries when you need them. To also speak up about what you need. A friend calls you and all they want to do is talk about themselves and their problems. It's okay to allow that, if it feels okay to you to help them. But then it's also okay to say, hey, can we talk about what's going on in my life now? Or what's going on in your life that's great right now? Instead of always getting mired in the problems. So yes, there's things that you can work on, but these things that you may yourself feel like are problems, are a negative trait that you have in some way, they really aren't. They really aren't. And Spirit's just encouraging you to love these things about yourself. The fact that you are a giver and that you're able to tap into other people's energies and really help them. Like that you don't take their energy home with you. You're able to shut it down and move on, and that you don't shy away from letting others know what advice you have, what encouragement you have. You don't shy away from helping others. So love these things about you, because you are in some way the medicine for people's souls, and you do help them. And if you wanted to, you could help them on a large scale. So it's just something to think about. All right, group 2. I hope that helps. I hope it resonates. If it did, please give the video a thumbs up. It helps me know that our energies are connecting. It also will help future readings to resonate even more whenever you interact. It helps our energies connect. And of course, it also helps the channel get out there and helps people find the readings and the messages they're meant to hear as well. So grateful for all of that. Grateful for you. Thanks for being here, y'all. Bye-bye. Hey, group 3. All right, today we're looking at what it is you need to learn to love about yourself and why. Okay. So your card is card number 10, Flower Spirit. Okay. Give me just one sec. I just want to hear what Spirit wants to say about this for you. They're telling me, first of all, that you have a very bright and sunny disposition. You're very optimistic. You're a very positive person. And they're saying some people in your life may accuse you of being like a Pollyanna, of always just assuming everything is going to be positive, everything's going to work out, that you're not realistic, that you don't see things for the way they are. But your positivity is such a beautiful gift that lights up the world in such a beautiful, beautiful way. They're telling me also that you take things slowly. You don't rush things in your life. And it's funny because they're showing me that people may just think that you're lazy, or, tell you that you're lazy, you're always late, why do things take you so long, or what, it's almost like they see you as someone who is so distracted by life that you have no sense of time. It's not really that people think you're lazy, they just think you don't have any sense of time. And in a way, you kind of don't. But it's a good thing. Spirit wants you to actually love that part of yourself, your sunny disposition, yes, but also this part of yourself that doesn't rush things. You're very present in the moment, and you enjoy where you are and what you're doing, and you allow things to unfold and happen when they're supposed to. And what they're giving, it's like if you miss a train, and yeah, that might make you late, but you missed the train, you wait for the next one. There's a reason. And you're very present and in the moment, and understanding that everything has a time and a place and a reason, and you just allow. It's really a beautiful gift. It's a beautiful gift. I don't know if you know these things about you. Like, you may not even, maybe hearing them may spark some recognition in you, but it may not be something that you are conscious of in your day to day. But Spirit wants you to be conscious of it, wants you to be aware of these things, because they're beautiful qualities. And when you hear people comment, why are you always late? Or you're always distracted by what you're doing, that you forget you're supposed to do something else, or whatever it may be. Don't let those comments change who you are. Stay true to yourself. Love who you are. It's not that you are disrespectful to other people's time, because that isn't what I'm getting at all. It's just that you are so full of life in the moment that time doesn't really mean that much to you. And in truth, in the spirit world, it's the same way. So they understand you. Your spirit team very much understands you. They love that about you. They want you to love that about yourself as well. Because it's a beautiful, beautiful gift to be able to be in the moment, to allow things to happen in their own time without forcing them or pushing them or trying to control them. And this sunny, beautiful disposition that you have, you're just a happy person. Probably not 100% of the time, no one is. But by nature, you really kind of are. You have this lightness about you. Okay? So, beautiful qualities, beautiful qualities. If you don't love those things about you, you definitely should. If you're not aware of them, pay attention, and you'll start to realize it's true. All right, let's get some more cards down and see what else you need to know and love about yourself. Your first card is the Knight of Cups. And we have the Six of Cups. And finally, the Hermit. Okay. All right, give me just a second while I take these cards in, I'm going to listen for any initial messages that Spirit wants to talk about, and then we'll go through these cards, okay? So bear with me one sec while I listen, y'all. They're saying you have this lovely ability of being able to see the good in every situation, the good in people, the positive, even in what other people might think of as a negative situation or a hardship or a challenge. Even when you look back at your life, you may feel like sometimes that you've had it rather easy. You've had a very kind of blessed life, when in reality, you've had just as many hardships and difficult times as anybody. You know, we all go through things, different things, but you've gone through plenty of difficult times. It's just your perspective is different. You recognize things as learning opportunities or just part of life. And you always find a way of seeing some positive in even the darkest situation. It's really such a beautiful quality. And again, they're giving me, it's not so much that you don't love this about yourself. They're telling me you're not really aware. You're not really aware of it. And so they're bringing it to your attention so that you can love it. You can embrace that side of you and never ever let anyone try to tell you differently. You know, don't let anyone bring you down and start to look at life from a more negative point of view, because your optimism, your positive point of view, your ability to see the good and the light in every situation and in every person is really, really remarkable. It's really remarkable. All right, so let's get into the cards. Your first card is the Knight of Cups. The first thing they're saying is that you love love. Like you are just one of those people that, hold on one sec. Okay, what they're giving me, you love love, but it's not necessarily a romantic love. You love people, you love your friends, you love family, you love the outdoors, you love life. You know, life is love to you. It's like you see everything from the perspective of love. And it's really, really lovely. And they're showing me that there may come times when there may be times when people come into your life and they're not treating you from a place of love. They're talking to you or treating you from a place of their own frustrations or anger or their own disappointments, maybe their own bad day. And they come into your day or your life and they don't treat you from a place of love and respect and kindness. You have a way of understanding, in some sense, why. It's like, you know, somebody comes at you and berates you, or somebody cuts you off in traffic, or, you know, someone is rude to you. It's so easy for most of us to just, you know, get mad, you know, get angry and yell and start a fight. And you have this lovely ability that you tap into most of the time to see things from other people's perspective and to understand, okay, this person must be going through something really, really difficult at home, or there's something, you know, really difficult going on in their life. And you try to understand why they're acting the way they do, rather than just letting them trigger you and get you upset. And then it just becomes a fight and nobody wins. You have this lovely ability of seeing through people and their actions and seeing the love within them, rather than seeing the negative. You really do kind of see the best in people in almost every situation. You certainly try to. It's a lovely quality that you should continue to embrace, is the words they're giving me, which means that there is part of you that knows you do this, but you may not give it the attention it deserves in your own heart. You should really love this about yourself. And even share it with more people, they're saying. Share it with more people. Not to say you have to, give a talk on this or something like that, but it's about, when you see a friend get mad in traffic or get mad at someone else because they yelled at, whatever, arguments happen, tell your friend, well, if you can imagine putting yourself in their shoes, maybe you can understand why they're upset. Or, they must be going through something really difficult in their lives to be acting this way. And it's not that you dismiss people's actions or that you allow people to mistreat you. It's that you understand we're all human and we all go through difficult things, and you treat people and you come to people from a place of love. So they're just encouraging you just to embrace that in yourself, love that in yourself, but also, when it's appropriate, share that gift with other people. Mention it. Encourage them to see things differently as well, because you just may rub off on other people that are receptive, and that just makes the world a better place. All right, your next card is the Six of Cups. One second, I just want to hear what they want to say about this. They're telling me you have a little bit of this like childlike spirit about you. They're actually giving me a bit of silliness, a bit of like little girl or little boy, little youngster in you, regardless of your age. There's a part of you that just has never grown up and never wants to, really. But other people may see this as, why don't you grow up? I once had someone say that to me as well, and that those words haunted me for a really long time. Why don't you grow up? And it haunted me because I thought, I don't know, why don't I grow up? Why can't I grow up? Why do I not see things like other adults see things? But I learned over time, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing to see things from a place of innocence, not naivety, but innocence. See things from a place of love, to allow yourself to just be happy and in the moment and joyful and silly, just have fun sometimes. It's beautiful. It's a lovely quality that absolutely is contagious when you're in that zone of yourself. It is contagious to others, and it makes people smile. It makes people happy. And the ones that can't smile at that it doesn't make them happy, makes them grumpy or resentful or bitter, it's because they have something going on in their life that is preventing them from enjoying that moment. But you have a way of seeing that as well, right? So love this part of you. You don't have to grow up. Don't grow up. It's a gift. It's a gift for yourself, and it's a gift for others when you can just let yourself be free and in the moment and light as air and loving and optimistic and understanding. These are such beautiful, beautiful qualities that you should absolutely love about yourself. Love that you came into the world with this and you never gave it up. All right, your final card here is the Hermit. Just listen what they want to say. Again, you have a way of seeing through the darkness. Again, it's a little bit of what they were mentioning before about you have this ability to see the light, see the positive in any situation. Even very difficult times, you have a way of lifting yourself up, of bringing your own spirit up, bringing yourself back into the light, of seeing, even if it's just a sliver of hope, just the smallest ray of something good that came from a situation. You have a way of grabbing onto that and harnessing it. and recognizing it instead of just getting swallowed up by the darkness. And they're giving you, you're like a very old soul in that way. You're such an old soul that you no longer have to act like one, which is funny. Interesting that they just gave me that. You're such an old soul that you don't even have to act like one anymore. You get to act like a kid again. You get to act like this is your first time around, like you're brand new. But you're not. You're an old soul. You know so much within you, whether you realize it or not. And you understand that life is, it really is a playground. And good things happen, bad things happen. It's all still a playground. And it's all still full of joy. And you are in the moment, embracing every piece of it. These are such beautiful qualities. And I can genuinely say the world would be a better place if there were more people like that everywhere. Not that we all should be the same, but these are really, really lovely qualities. So I hope hearing this helps you recognize these things in you, helps you embrace them, helps you share them, and helps you just love yourself a little bit more, because you really should. All right, group 3, that's what I have for you. I hope it helps. I hope it gives you a little bit of perspective about yourself that maybe you were missing. And if the reading did help, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me know that our energies are connecting, which will help future readings resonate with you more because our energies will be more connected. It also helps the channel get out there so more people find the readings and the messages they need to hear, and I'm very grateful for that. So thank you for your likes, your subscribes, your comments. Thank you for being here and watching. I'm grateful for you. All right, bye-bye, y'all.